Hello friends, and welcome back to another video, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Amanda and I like to make videos about healthy lifestyle, eating more plant-based, again, health and wellness, self-love, and if you would like to continue to expand yourself in those areas, and if you like that kind of content, please make sure you're subscribed and turn on those notifications so we could grow on this journey together. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys so much for joining me today. We're going to talk about 5 ways to reduce my waste, and these 5 ways can also be used by you to reduce your waste if you aren't already doing that. Before we move on to the video, I'd like to quickly thank Thrive Market for sponsoring this video. If you don't know already, Thrive Market is an online marketplace that sells natural and organic products at 25 to 50% off. If you don't know about Thrive Market, then stay till the end to know more about it. But for now, let's move on to the video. Now, I have been obsessed with mason jars and glass jars aesthetically for the longest time. I just always thought it looked very nice, that I could see everything, and for somebody who really loves to organize, glass jars have really been my savior. You know, I just put beautiful food items in there and then label it on the top and put it in my pantry. It's cool, I love it. What I've realized on this waste reducing lifestyle is that mason jars are really good for the environment. Not just mason jars, but also glass jars in general. When you go to the store, instead of using those plastic bags, you could bring in your mason jars or glass jars and just have the cashier tear it at the front, and then you can use it to buy your bulk items. It's also really easy for storing those goods. Just stick it right on your shelf. With glass jars, you're very easily able to see what is in those foods. Now, I know you guys heard the term out of sight, out of mind, and in my household, that is incredibly true. My brother owns a catering company, so he's always cooking in the kitchen, and so a lot of food ends up stacking up in the fridge, and if we don't know what it is, if we don't see it right away, most of the time it doesn't get touched and it doesn't get eaten. But what I've noticed is that when I put things in glass jars or in containers where the food is easily seen, those foods tend to be eaten more. I see those ingredients. When I go into the pantry, I'm more apt to use them than if they were still in their original packaging, which, by the way, if it contains some kind of plastic, it's very likely to have some kind of carcinogen in the plastic. You can look it up, but those can seep into your food and you end up eating the food anyway. So, I mean, I guess it's a 2-in-1. You get to see your food and you get to keep your food safe and fresh for longer. Another way that glass jars help reduce waste is if you go to the store and you buy something like pasta sauce or peanut butter or almond butter in a glass jar, instead of throwing away a plastic container that other items would come in, you could keep that glass jar and use it for storage. You know, it saves the earth, it saves your kitchen, saves the trash can, but also it looks really cool to have a bunch of different sizes of glass jars just laying around your pantry in your house. To me, it just looks nice. And for it to look nice and save the earth, that's just like a win-win. Reusable straws, definitely useful, definitely helps to reduce the amount of trash that you throw away. Although only 0.3% of plastic in the ocean is composed of plastic straws, we'll just ignore that for now and just think about how good it feels to not have to throw away another piece of plastic. I personally like to have a stainless steel straw just tucked away in my bag, so when I go to places like Starbucks or when I go to a restaurant, I can just use my own straw. And if you buy reusable straws, normally they come in packs of like 4 or 5, so if you get one, just stuff them everywhere like what you do with lip gloss. Don't worry, there's reusable straw cleaners that are kind of like pipe cleaners. They're pretty much the same thing, but they're reusable and you can wash them. You just like stick it inside the straw so that your smoothie doesn't stay on the inside of the straw. And I also love drinking out of straws because it's just fun. So why not enjoy drinking water or drinking your beverage with something that helps to save the earth? Let's go on to the next one. This next item is something that maybe not all of you use or that not all of you really think you need to use. Dishwashing gloves, reusable dishwashing gloves. Now, I get dry skin very easily. Like, my skin thrives off of humid, hot weather. I think it's just because my ancestors were from like the tropical islands. But when I wash dishes, when I wash my hands, I always have to put on lotion right afterward. My problem is my hands have just always been getting dry. Now, there is an option, and there has been an option in my parents' kitchen where we have this big box of vinyl gloves. I realized that instead of just using all of those gloves every single time, using them and then taking them off and throwing them away, which is quite frankly basically a really big waste of plastic. I should just buy a reusable pair of gloves, which I ended up doing through Thrive Market, and they have an awesome brand of gloves called If You Care. So these gloves are made from Forest Stewardship Council certified latex, meaning the natural rubber is sourced from a responsibly managed plantation practicing fair trade standards. They're also lightly dusted with cotton, they're reusable, and they work well for dishwashing, especially in hot water, because I like washing my dishes in hot water, which definitely dries out your skin. So it's a win-win. I can wash my dishes in hot water, not get burned, and not get dry hands. The next method of reducing waste is reusable bags. And now I know a lot of the things that I'm saying right now are pretty much things that a lot of people implement, but it doesn't hurt to reiterate it and to repeat it and get people in the habit of doing these things. So what I like to do is have a bunch of grocery bags already ready to go, like right next to my door. I know you can save those plastic bags and reuse them a couple times, but what you guys might not know is that plastic is actually really hard to decompose, and it can take anywhere between 15 years to 1,000 years to decompose, depending on the environment. I mean, paper bags don't do as well either, and paper bags normally go to the same place where plastic bags go. So I prefer to just have reusable cotton bags where they are biodegradable as well as reusable, not just for trash, not just for transporting food, but also for transporting clothes or giving people things. They're a really good gift. Thrive Market has a lot of reusable grocery produce bags available on their marketplace. I just got this new one from Thrive Market that actually you can like pack them into a smaller bag, and then you could put that bag onto your shopping bag or like your purse or whatever, so when you go it's all kept compact and not all spread apart in your purse. But I really like using these reusable produce bags because not only are you able to skip out on using those one-time plastic bags that you would get to put your lettuce or apples or carrots in, but you can use that as a transporting bag and then also as a storage bag. And I like to use those cotton or like the reusable mesh bags not only for produce but also things from the bulk section, like if I need any nuts or seeds, if I need any rice or oats, I could always pop them in there as well. And these items are also machine washer friendly, so if you get some onion juice onto those bags, you're definitely able to get them clean by just throwing it in the wash. I've also made a habit of putting reusable to-go containers in my car as well. Sometimes they'll have snacks in it and sometimes they'll just be empty, but this is because styrofoam, which is what most to-go boxes are made out of, are also nearly impossible to biodegrade, and styrofoam is used in all restaurants, well, mostly all restaurants. I mean, I found styrofoam in my parents' refrigerator just earlier today, just for some like leftover pancakes that my niece didn't finish. And making that extra effort to just bring your own to-go box to fill in with your leftovers and just bring to the house, one, saves the styrofoam, saves waste, saves the earth a little bit more, and two, you don't have to transfer it into any other containers, so you save the earth and you save yourself some time and effort as well. I also like to bring to-go boxes with snacks in them, obviously, because one, snacks, and two, I know I'll have snacks to eat that are from home, so I save some money and I don't have to buy any snacks at a vending machine or at a store where they are most likely packaged in something that I'm going to have to throw away or put into the recycling bin. So I get to save on that kind of waste, save myself some money, and also eat some really good food. So now that I've gone through 5 easy ways that I have been reducing waste in my own personal life, as well as ways that you could reduce waste in your own life very easily, let's just go over one more way very briefly. One of the best ways that you can reduce waste and also live more eco-friendly is to eat a more plant-based diet. And I want to say eat vegan completely, but for some people it's just not possible in their minds, in their life at this moment. But even just reducing the amount of meat that you eat could definitely make a difference. You know, try doing meatless Mondays or eating a meal with no meat, or when you go to a store or a restaurant, try choosing the option with no meat or animal products in them, meaning chicken, pigs, cows, things that people eat as protein in this day and age, produces up to 116,000 pounds of waste per second. Yes, you heard that right, and you can check the facts if you want to, but that's a lot of waste, dude. Some people might not care, but I know that there are a lot of people who really do care about reducing waste and keeping the earth fresh as long as possible. And so if it speaks to you at all, please consider eating less animal products and try out eating plant-based for a day or two, or maybe your whole life. Just kidding, no pressure. So now that we've gone over all of that good stuff, I just want to talk a little bit about Thrive Market, today's sponsor. Before I waste any of your time, if you are not from the United States, Thrive Market does not ship internationally yet. We are still working on that, and I've been praying for it. Thrive Market is, again, an online marketplace where you can find natural, organic, non-GMO, zero waste reducing type of items. So things that you'd normally find at like Whole Foods or a Sprouts or any of your health stores at Costco or wholesale type of prices. Thrive Market also gives back. With every membership bought, Thrive Market donates a membership to a low-income family, teacher, or veteran in need, making healthy food products available for all people. A big reason why I wanted to make this video with Thrive Market is because Thrive Market is working to go zero waste, which is cool because I've never heard of any company actually making strides to go zero waste. The title itself is a little misleading, but basically in zero waste, 90 or 91% of waste from a material must be able to be reused, so decomposed or recycled, and only 10% or less can be actually put into a landfill. So that's typically what zero waste means. So Thrive Market sells a lot of products and works with a lot of companies that are also very environmentally friendly that work zero waste, such as the brand If You Care, which is where I got those hand washing gloves from. Thrive Market also packages very sustainably and consciously. The packaging that they send their items in are all recyclable. They're made from even like the filling that they use for boxes are just recycled paper. The packaging bags they use are green, and the items that they sell their products in are usually made BPA free and are also recyclable. Anyway, along with Thrive Market being environmentally conscious, I also love it because it makes shopping for vegan items so easy and eco-friendly items so easy. You could just go onto their values tab and click vegan, and from there you can even click subcategories like keto or paleo, or vice versa, and you can also look up not only food items but also beauty products, pet supplies, house cleaning products. They got it all there for you, and a lot of the items that they have are very environmentally friendly, so check it out. If you're interested in trying out Thrive Market, check out the links in the description below. You can get 25% off your first purchase as well as 1 free month membership. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a little bit, or if you didn't learn anything and all this was the same stuff to you, I hope that you spread the message and actually are implementing or start to implement these little changes into your life. Anyway, if you like this video and you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. Your likes really help me out. And subscribe, turn on notifications. I post videos every week. And smile, because life is beautiful. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, noon, day, or night wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye!